There was an Adrian Peterson feature in Sports Illustrated, which it made him look a little bit like a sympathetic figure. I even compared it to the Steve Avery Making a Murder, where we're on this run now where people who have done bad things are victims. What did you make of the Adrian Peterson article in SI?
Well, I heard you earlier talking about access and giving the media access, and then the exchange for that is sympathy. And so that's what I think happened here in terms of Adrian Peterson gave Sports Illustrated access with the understanding they were going to paint a sympathetic figure out of him. I thought they used Roger Goodell. I think Adrian Peterson used Roger Goodell to try to make himself look good. I think it's easy to beat up on Roger Goodell and demonize him and, make a fool out of him and blame everything on him. But I thought AP, I didn't think the story did him any favors.
He seems to have no self-awareness.
No self-awareness. Delusional. I think at one point, no one's a better father than me. And I'm going, whoa, man, that's a steep hill to climb. You got 6, 7 kids and 5 or 6 baby mamas. There's only so good you can be. And then I think at some point he had this assertion that Roger Goodell was on a different level from him or didn't understand him because Roger Goodell asked him what a whooping was. And he takes from that, but Roger Goodell doesn't know what a whooping is. He doesn't have the self-awareness or the sophistication to understand that's an interview technique. Let the person define himself. Let the person define his own actions rather than you injecting your explanation of his behavior. Let's hear the guy out. And so that's what I think Roger Goodell was doing. I think most people know if you've been involved in sports, hey, we whooped them. I think most people know what a whooping is, but he was just trying to bait Adrian Peterson into seeing how does he define his own actions that got him into trouble. So Adrian Peterson came off as unsophisticated. Sports Illustrated, to me, looked like they kind of took advantage of an unsophisticated person.
Take our audience here. You're saying that basically we'll give you access if you're sympathetic. When you were writing a column, did you ever have to have a negotiation going in?
No, because that's like the problem with me is why I'm so polarizing. I don't cut those kind of deals. And look, again, it's not me saying I'm better than anybody. I was a columnist. I had a freedom of my own voice. But no, I might give you access and hear you out to make sure I'm being fair, but at the end of the day, I'm going to say what I want to say. I've had a lot of sources throughout the years that we became friends, and they'd get in the news, and they'd be very upset with what I wrote about them. I was very close with, and a great guy, Mike Davis, the head basketball coach at Indiana University, came to my house in Kansas City for parties and things like that, and I've been to his house, knew his family. He did some foolish things when he was the head basketball coach at Indiana, and I had to acknowledge they were foolish, and he quit speaking to me because he thought the access meant that I was going to play things a little bit differently.